So I'm going to be honest with Stranger Things Season 4. This season is an absolute mess.
Shut up and sit down.
Yo, what's good, it's your boy Reviews, and don't worry, this will be a spoiler-free review on Stranger Things 4, of course created by the Duffer Brothers. Now it's been about 3 years since Season 3 came out, and after that season I kind of fell out of love with the show. I wasn't a big fan of Season 3, so I'm glad to say that this season isn't just better than Season 3, it's the best season since Season 1. Let's talk about the good. I love how they ramped up the horrifying scenes and some of these gruesome, grisly scenes. The way certain characters die is very different from what we've seen before. It really ramps it up, really feeling and reminding me of movies like The Nightmare on Elm Street and The Exorcist. I will admit, this new villain, possibly the best villain out of all of them. All the villains have been either the government or some of these Demogorgon dogs, but this new villain is very interesting. But they just really do a great job making this villain pretty damn terrifying, and the things that this villain does kind of shocks you at times. With many of the characters sort of being split off in different areas of the world, it allows for some interesting storytelling and a lot of character growth. Seeing Eleven and Will in this brand new school and just trying to fit in. There are some pretty upsetting moments of them in high school, with Eleven not being able to use her powers at times. She can't defend herself from certain people, and it makes for some really intense and emotional scenes. The characters in Hawkins, particularly Lucas and Max, get some pretty awesome development. I always felt Lucas was sort of a side wheel in Season 3 alongside Will, but in this season he finally gets his time to shine, and even Max gets a little bit more development, dealing with her trauma over the death of Billy and how she's dealing with things and how it affects her friendship with the rest of the group. A lot of new characters were introduced in this season, and I thought it might be a bit too stuffed and overblown, but the way they pace it out and tell the story makes it not feel too cluttered. I was very surprised by how much some of these new characters were part of the group and part of this new story, and how they tie into the mysteries going on in Hawkins. This season feels like it's a return to form, and it feels like we're going back to what Season 1 set out to be. We dive more into Eleven's past once again, and some very interesting surprises and reveals that may leave your jaw dropping at times. I think this is the best looking season by far. The cinematography, the visual effects, some of the creature designs, and just the way they looked pretty freaky and just a visual tree altogether. But with that out of the way, let's talk about the mixed aspect of this season, and I will admit the storylines of Joyce and the dude with the glasses was a little unrealistic at times. I was more interested in what was going on with Harper whenever they kept cutting to Joyce and the dude with the glasses. All that stuff was interesting and really intense. There were some episodes with Harper where I felt like they really dragged some of the scenes with him talking to certain characters. But with that out of the way, let's talk about the bad. And there's not really much negativity with this season. I will admit the only thing I was a bit disappointed with was that we don't see too much of Will Byers. He's in the season a lot more than he was in Season 3, and he does play an interesting part alongside with the other characters, but it would have been cool to see more of him in the season. I feel like literally halfway in this season they don't cut back to Will at all. We don't see him for quite some time. Overall, this season was a great return to form, making the season feel like you were really on the edge of your seats and having a lot of tension and suspense and great character moments, and feeling a lot more grounded than what Season 2 and 3 were. So with that said, I'm going to give Stranger Things Season 4 an 8.5 out of 10, and I'm going to give it an A-. Go check it out, I recommend it. But tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of this review. Do you like it? Do you hate it? You can check the season out. Like, share this video, subscribe for more TV reviews and movie reviews and all that jazz. But thank you for watching, and as always, Boarded Reviews signing out.